So welcome back to another video, and today it's all about this glowworm compact combi boiler. Now it's quite an interesting space, this sort of budget boiler market. It seems to be having lots more products enter it. Maybe that's because there's more demand now for more affordable options, and we seem to be sort of covering lots of them on the channel recently. This is a product that we've recently introduced onto the Heater website, and it's gone down really well with consumers. So we thought it best to do a review, tell you all about it, and we'll get one out of the box and show you what it actually looks like. So normally when we actually review a boiler, we've already got it on this table, but we thought today we'll do it a little bit different. We'll actually unbox it together. First of all, we're just going to show you what model this actually is. So this is the Compact 28C. So there are two versions of this combi boiler. There's a 24 kilowatt model, and there's this, the 28 kilowatt model. We'll go through the differences later on in the video. Right now, let's get it unboxed and show you what you get when you buy your glowworm compact boiler. So the publisher of the actual controls is Vaillant Group, and that's because Vaillant actually own glowworm. So Vaillant are a super premium manufacturer, and they actually bought glowworm, I think it was about 5 years ago, it may have been longer. And they took over both the design of the product and the actual production. So what you're getting when you buy a glowworm is the input from one of the biggest boiler manufacturers in the world. So in terms of those dimensions, let's get it out of the box and I'll give you them. So this might not be too gracious or graceful, whatever the word is. That's definitely not how you do it. Okay, that's definitely not how you get a glowworm out of the box, but it is how you do it if you're filming it in this studio. Anyway, dimensions, like I said, it's a really small boiler, so it's only 626 millimeters from top to bottom. Now compare that to something like a Worcester Bosch 4000 or 2000, they're like 700 millimeters. So if your boiler is going in a cupboard, then this could be a good choice, hence the compact name. In terms of width, it's 400 millimeters wide. It's pretty standard for a boiler. Now, when we get to the depth, this product is only 270 millimeters deep. Now, something just to bear in mind with that is if the pipes from your boiler drop from the top and go to the bottom, around the back of the boiler, then you need something called a rear spacer frame. Now, this frame is 25 millimeters deep, so you need to factor that in. Now, what is good to know though, is that most kitchen cupboards are like 300, 325 millimeters deep. So even with the spacer frame, it's still gonna be under that magic 300 millimeter sizing. Now, in terms of aesthetics, it looks pretty decent for what is a very reasonably priced product. It's a square edge design, almost like the Viessmann 100 or the Viessmann 050, but it has a high gloss finish, which is causing us a nightmare with this lighting. In terms of the display, you've got a little digital display down here with some controls. The only thing that looks a little bit naff on this product is you can buy a mechanical clock that folds down from the bottom of the product. It looks really weird, very European. I wouldn't do that personally. I'd have a third-party wireless programmable room thermostat. If you buy this from Heatable, you will get a programmable wireless room thermostat with that boiler purchase. What we're going to do now is take the cover off and we'll show you the insides of this product. Taking the cover off this boiler is really easy. It's just a T20 Torx bit. Just while we do that, I thought it'd be good to mention around the two options that are available for this product. So we've got a 24 kilowatt model and we have a 28 kilowatt model. That is the highest output you can get with this compact boiler. Now, both boilers are suitable for sort of a small to medium sized home with maybe one bath and a shower above it. The difference between the 24 and the 28 is just the hot water power. So on the 28 model, you're going to get around 11.5 litres of hot water per minute. And on the 24, that drops to about 9.9. So that's enough really for most domestic homes in the UK. If your home's a little bit bigger, maybe you've got 2 showers or you've got a higher flow rate, then you are going to need a different product and you're not going to be able to buy it in this range because, like I said, the maximum is 28. So that's our cover off. Is it? Maybe there's a third one. Why isn't that coming up? Everyone will be like, it's because you've not done this, it's because you've not done that. Oh, that's what you have to do. Something I've just noticed when I took this case off is it does have an insulated pad on the front cover. Now what this does is reduce noise and stops the product from sort of waking you up when it's on at night. It's pretty rare really for what is a budget boiler. You wouldn't normally see that, so maybe that's some Vailant's influence on the design of this product. On the subject of design, this is a non-standard layout. This is the first time that I've actually had the product open. I have been doing lots of research on it, and what that research told me was lots of things in this product are not as you would normally find them. And what I mean by that is the location of the various components. So generally, it's only a silly one, but you generally find that the expansion vessel, this is the bit that balances the hot water in the heating circuit, will be on the left-hand side. The fan on this unit is up there, and the gas valve is sideways mounted. Now apparently the reason for this is to keep that overall depth of the product very, very shallow, and it's also aimed to reducing servicing and maintenance costs. All the products are supposed to be really easy to get to, and therefore that reduces the overall cost of maintaining your boiler. So let's take a closer look at some of those components and we'll talk you through how this product works. Now, if you are enjoying this content, then please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to the Heatable YouTube channel so you don't miss any further content on boilers, renewable heating, solar panels and batteries. So at the heart of any boiler, you have a heat exchanger. This is where all of the hard work is done because this is the component where that gas ignition boils water. Now, what you have in this product is a stainless steel heat exchanger. Now, stainless steel is a really good choice of material for a heat exchanger because it doesn't rust and it has a very high thermal conductivity. So what that means is you can heat water very quickly and you don't get any long-term maintenance issues where the water starts to corrode the actual heat exchanger itself. Now, generally you find stainless steel on high-end products, something like a Vaillant EcoTech Plus, which would cost about 3 times as much as this product, and something like the Viessmann 100, and again, you'd be looking at almost like twice the cost of this product. Usually what you'd find in these budget boilers is an aluminium heat exchanger, but the benefit of this one is it's stainless steel. So other components in here, we've got our gas valve. This is the product that regulates the gas going into that actual burner. We've got our ignition system. We've also got the fan. Now, usually on a gas boiler like this, you would find the fan right close to the gas valve on the front here. But like I said earlier on, Glowworm have gone for that compact design, so they've relocated it. I've never seen a fan in this location, but it's right up here at the top. Now, to remove that fan, there's just 3 screws on top of the product, so it's not too difficult to get out if it does fail. Here we've got our PCB for the wiring. If we just pull this down a second, moving down below, we have the pump. Now, the pump in this product is a manufacturer called Taco, or Taco, I think it is Taco. Anyway, usually on more premium products, you would have a Grundfos pump, a UPM3. This is sort of the industry standard pump. This Taco unit was used previously in Worcester Bosch's 4000. When there were some supply issues because of the microchips post-COVID, Worcester was struggling to find pumps and they went with this Taco unit. It wasn't always the most reliable, although Vaillant, Glowworm assure us they have no problems with it in this product. Next on the line here is our diverter valve. So this is, or the cartridge, this is the component that selects whether we're having hot water or we're having heating. It's a little servo motor. What's really cool on this is if it fails, there's just 2 little screws here, the same torque screws under the bottom of our case. We pull that plug out. And in terms of maintenance, once we've drained our boiler down, to change this cartridge is really easy. It just twists, he says, and pulls out. Now, this cartridge can't be rebuilt and repaired, it just needs to be replaced, but they're really inexpensive. These are common failure parts on all combi boilers, but the peace of mind here is if it does fail, it's pretty easy to access and shouldn't take an engineer too long to swap out. Now, in terms of that warranty, out of the box, you're going to get a 5-year parts and labour warranty with this product. So in the event you had a breakdown for 5 years, you simply call Glowworm, they will attend and cover all the costs to get this boiler back up and working. Now, there is one requirement of that warranty, and it's that you have the boiler serviced annually. So this needs to be done by a gas safe engineer. You don't need to use Valent to do it, or you don't need to use Glowworm, you just need to use a gas safe engineer and keep a record, because if you have a fault and you contact Glowworm, they will ask, has the product been serviced? And you may have to evidence that it has been done. If you're looking for a service, then again, Heatable can help with this. If you head over to the Heatable website, you can book a boiler service, choose the day that best suits yourself, and we'll come and service your product and give you a digital record for safekeeping. At the start of the video, I pointed out that this budget boiler market seems a very active space at the moment for manufacturers. Now, we think this is because manufacturers have recognised there is a bit of a cost of living crisis and people are looking for cheaper alternatives. Now, if you are considering buying a budget boiler, there is one major consideration, and that is the aftercare. So the aftercare with this product is done direct through the Glowworm network and the Valent network. What they don't use is a third-party company to complete repairs on their behalf. What that means for you as a consumer is if you have a fault with your Glowworm product, a directly employed engineer will attend and they will repair the product on the spot. When manufacturers use a third-party network, they need to send someone who comes, diagnoses the fault, asks for the parts, and then comes back another day, and that just lengthens the repair process. So it is a consideration, but it's not a problem on this Glowworm unit. Okay, so we've got the cover back on. Let's summarise this Glowworm compact boiler. Well, overall as a package, it's pretty competitive. From a price point to buy the product without the flue or the filter, you're going to be looking about £700 to £800, depending on the model that you choose, the 24 or the 28. That warranty is 5 years, and that's parts and labour. And like we said, importantly, it's done by the Glowworm Direct team. And it's a really compact unit with that stainless steel heat exchanger. So they're all the positives, but what are the considerations? Well, you need to consider the fact that the product's maximum output is 28 kilowatt for the hot water. So if you have a busy home with high demands, you may want to look elsewhere at products that are either 30 or 32 kilowatts. Also, you need to bear in mind that this product is an entry-level product. Its overall construction is pretty good. We have that stainless steel heat exchanger, but all the other components are non-branded items. Now, as you move up in terms of price point for boilers, what you start to see is higher quality components. So Grundfos pumps, Honeywell gas valves, and you just start to see the general construction is of a higher quality. This boiler has been built for a price point, but it does have the cover of that direct Glowworm support. Now, if it was me, if I was on a budget, I think this would be a very wise choice. Although if my budget allowed and I had a bit more to spend, personally, I would upgrade to something like a Valent EcoTech Plus because I'm going to double my warranty, and the boiler is probably going to last about twice as long even without that warranty there. So just something to consider. If you have the budget, it is worth spending a little bit more. If you are on a tighter budget, you can't really go wrong with this Glowworm product. Now, if you're interested in one of these, you want to have one installed, then head over to the Heatable website and we'll be able to give you a fixed online price to have one of these or any other boiler that we list installed as quick as tomorrow. And like I said before, if you like this sort of content, you want to follow it, then please do subscribe to the Heatable YouTube channel.